That is the first emperor's tomb.
Today, the tomb is surrounded by top-secret Chinese military bases, and the army is nervous about what the drone might pick up.
History has a strange way of reminding us that the past is never truly gone. Long before skyscrapers reached for the heavens or satellites mapped the stars, human ambition was carving its mark deep into the earth. Entire civilizations rose and collapsed, leaving behind traces, ruins, writings, and monuments that whisper their stories to us. But sometimes, what is left behind isn't meant for our eyes at all. Some things were sealed deliberately, hidden beneath layers of soil, time, and silence. And when something has been deliberately concealed, the question that haunts us is simple. Why? Was it out of reverence? Out of fear? Or because opening it would reveal something humanity was not ready to face? One such mystery sits beneath the earth of Xi'an in China, the tomb of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China. Shrouded in myth, legend, and scientific enigma, his resting place may be one of the most dangerous and fascinating sights in the world. Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China, was a man whose ambition and fear of mortality were inseparable. And it is this obsession that shaped one of the most chilling legacies in human history. His rise to power was ruthless and absolute, conquering warring states through relentless military campaigns and strategic alliances, forging a kingdom where once chaos reigned. Every aspect of life fell under his control. Coins bore the same stamp, weights and measures were standardized, and a single written language bound distant provinces together, ensuring that even culture and commerce fell under the shadow of his authority. Yet it was not mere governance that consumed him. It was the dread of death, the knowledge that even an emperor who commanded armies and reshaped the world would someday decay. Driven by this fear, he sought the impossible, immortality, dispatching emissaries across mountains and seas in search of mystical elixirs. Ironically, the very quest that promised eternal life may have hastened his demise, as many of the alchemical concoctions he ingested were laced with mercury, a silent poison that seeped through his veins even as he imagined a reign that would never end. His grand tomb, hidden beneath a colossal mound in the Lintong district near Xi'an, was conceived as more than a resting place. It was a sprawling subterranean empire, designed so that Qin Shi Huang might continue ruling beyond the grave, a spectral sovereign overseeing a world of loyal subjects, treasures, and cosmic symbolism. Despite the certainty of its location, the emperor's tomb remains a sealed enigma, a locked vault that has withstood the curiosity of centuries. The hesitation to breach its earthen walls is not born of superstition, but of stark, practical peril. When the terracotta warriors were first uncovered in 1974, their vibrancy astonished the world, yet the same air that revealed them began to strip them of color, leaving only the dull tones that endure today. This fragile evidence of ancient craftsmanship hints at what might lie in the sealed central chamber. Murals, textiles, and wooden structures that could vanish instantly under modern exposure. Ancient accounts, meticulously chronicled by historians like Sima Qian, speak of deadly defenses, crossbows set to fire at intruders, corridors laden with traps, and rivers of liquid mercury designed as both a symbolic barrier and a lethal deterrent. While we cannot verify every claim, the combination of physical fragility and potential toxicity renders the tomb a site too dangerous for current technology to explore fully. Even sophisticated tools like ground-penetrating radar offer only glimpses of the underground maze, unable to replicate the act of human presence without risking irreversible destruction. Yet the allure of the tomb lies not in its impenetrability, but in the horrors and wonders it is believed to contain. Accounts describe an underground palace mirroring the empire above, halls and corridors filled with clay and bronze figures representing servants, soldiers, and entertainers, all poised to serve the emperor eternally. Rivers of mercury, corroborated by elevated soil readings around the mound, are believed to snake through this miniature empire, toxic, shimmering, and a tangible reminder of the emperor's obsession with immortality. Textual evidence suggests that the ceiling of the main chamber is inlaid with precious stones, arranged to replicate the night sky, while the floor maps the empire itself, creating a symbolic microcosm of his reign. Beyond these cosmic and cartographic marvels, additional pits around the tomb contain figures of bureaucrats, acrobats, and musicians, sculpted with painstaking detail, indicating that Qin Shi Huang envisioned a complete society continuing under his command long after his death. Excavations have revealed half-scale bronze chariots, intricately fashioned stone armor, and other artifacts hinting at treasures of unimaginable sophistication, suggesting that the sealed core could hold objects and technologies lost to history. Artifacts whose sheer presence is as imposing as the empires they commemorate. The discovery of the terracotta army itself reads like the unearthing of another world. Each figure carved with such individuality that they appear to breathe silently in their earthen ranks. When farmers stumbled upon the first warrior while digging a well, they could not have imagined the scale of what lay beneath. Thousands of life-sized soldiers standing in perfect formation, accompanied by horses, chariots, and weapons designed for eternal vigilance. Each warrior's facial features, hairstyles, and armor details were unique, a testament to the meticulous care devoted to ensuring that even in death, Qin Shi Huang would be protected by a personalized, unwavering force. The soldiers stand as an unsettling prelude, a hint of the meticulous precision and obsessive detail that likely pervades the sealed chambers they guard. The outer pits, now partially excavated, reveal a tableau that balances artistry with intimidation. The emperor's desire to control the afterlife mirrors the ruthless control he wielded in life. The scale, complexity, and apparent intent of the terracotta army suggest that the unexcavated core might hold a universe of horrors and wonders, preserved through millennia not just as symbols of power, but as functional, interactive representations of a world meant to continue under a singular will. The tomb's design reflects a worldview in which death was not an end, but a continuation of authority and spectacle. The possibility that rivers of mercury flow through corridors unseen and that hidden chambers contain treasures, automatons, or more figurative representations of human activity is not mere fantasy, but a calculated extension of imperial ideology. The potential for lethal traps is compounded by the sheer scale of preservation challenges, making the excavation a gamble with both human life and cultural memory. Every attempt to breach the mound risks exposure of pigments, decay of fragile artifacts, or inadvertent release of toxins, underscoring the meticulous caution exercised by archaeologists and historians who respect the tomb's peril. Even with modern technology, the boundaries between discovery and destruction are razor thin, and the world can only glimpse the possibilities through indirect evidence. Elevated mercury levels, the layout of surrounding pits, and the historical texts that record both awe and fear of what the emperor intended for eternity. The broader implications of Qin Shi Huang's tomb extend beyond archaeology into the realm of human psychology, reflecting an extreme interplay of fear, obsession, and ingenuity. The emperor's efforts to secure immortality, to construct an empire that would function after death, and to safeguard it with lethal measures speak to a mindset where the imperatives of power eclipse all else, including safety and life itself. These measures, while horrifying, are also undeniably creative, a testament to the lengths one ruler would go to transcend mortality. The juxtaposition of elaborate art, technological sophistication, and deadly defense systems underscores a vision of afterlife governance that is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. A world in which authority is absolute, beauty is functional, and death is a challenge to be overcome through ingenuity and fear. Even now, the narrative of Qin Shi Huang's tomb continues to captivate because it exists in a state of suspended revelation. Unlike other archaeological sites, it has not been fully claimed by history. Its secrets remain tantalizingly beyond reach, preserving a sense of danger and mystery that fuels both scholarship and imagination. The terracotta army, the surrounding pits, and the mound itself serve as reminders of what lies beneath. A carefully orchestrated afterlife that could reveal unparalleled insights into ancient engineering, art, and ideology, or unleash hazards that make the world above tremble. Every clay figure, every trace of mercury, and every historical account contributes to a layered narrative in which life, death, and legacy intersect with lethal precision, making the emperor's tomb not just a repository of artifacts, but a symbol of obsession that transcends time. The notion of a ruler who sought to extend dominion beyond mortality, creating a subterranean empire as vast and intricate as the one he commanded in life, evokes both reverence and dread. The tomb of Qin Shi Huang stands as a testament to human ambition, a warning of what might arise when the desire for control becomes inseparable from the fear of death. As archaeologists continue to map, measure, and speculate, the world is left with glimpses of a reality so meticulously constructed that it challenges comprehension. A universe beneath the earth in which clay soldiers stand ready, mercury flows silently, celestial domes and imperial maps await discovery, and treasures lie in wait, hidden behind layers of soil, legend, and caution. In every sense, the tomb is alive with intent, a chilling extension of a ruler who would not accept the cessation of his will, a monumental echo of obsession that reverberates across centuries, demanding awe, respect, and vigilance from all who dare to imagine what lies beneath the surface. This unbroken vision of control, fear, and meticulous design compels reflection on the limits of human ambition, the price of obsession, and the thin line between preservation and devastation. The emperor's quest for eternal dominion, crystallized in the tomb's lethal and wondrous design, continues to shock and captivate, offering a glimpse into the mind of a ruler who sought to conquer not just the world of the living, but the realm beyond, leaving a legacy that is at once inspiring, terrifying, and unfathomably complex. Modern investigations around Qin Shi Huang's tomb have revealed a startling and dangerous secret, one that seems pulled from the pages of legend, yet bears the weight of scientific evidence. Soil and gas samples taken around the enormous mound have shown mercury concentrations far beyond natural levels, supporting centuries-old accounts of rivers and seas of the deadly metal flowing within. Mercury, in its liquid state, shimmers with an almost hypnotic allure, yet it is among the most toxic substances known, capable of causing neurological damage, hallucinations, and death with prolonged exposure. The possibility that these rivers are not symbolic, but mechanically engineered to flow through channels within the tomb raises chilling questions about the ingenuity and ambition of the emperor's architects, suggesting that the necropolis is more than a final resting place. It could be an eternal machine, a hazardous miniature empire operating centuries ahead of its time. The mercury alone would present an almost insurmountable hazard to anyone attempting entry, poisoning the air and the soil in ways that would make even a brief intrusion potentially fatal. A chemical defense intertwined with the very vision of eternal rule Qin Shi Huang sought to command. But mercury is only one of the many dangers said to lie within the tomb. Ancient records speak of mechanical and lethal traps, including crossbows designed to trigger on intruders. While some may dismiss these tales as hyperbole, the sophistication of contemporary engineers, who constructed the terracotta army with individualized features, colossal palace complexes, and intricate underground networks, lends plausibility to these accounts. Spring-loaded mechanisms, concealed pits, or other automated devices could still exist, lying dormant for millennia, yet ready to react unpredictably to human interference. For modern archaeologists, these threats are more than theoretical. Even a minor disturbance could activate mechanisms that destroy priceless artifacts or destabilize sections of the mound. Each attempt to study the tomb is weighed against the possibility of permanent loss, making the project one of the most delicate in archaeological history, where every decision could spell preservation or catastrophe. Technological advances offer a glimmer of hope, yet the challenges are immense. Ground-penetrating radar, remote sensing, and three-dimensional imaging allow researchers to map the subterranean structure without opening it, revealing hints of chambers, corridors, and pits while leaving the contents untouched. Scientists envision a future where miniature robots or drones, capable of withstanding darkness, toxic vapors, and extreme conditions, could navigate the tomb to document its secrets. However, even with these advancements, ethical dilemmas remain at the forefront. Disturbing the tomb could violate millennia of cultural heritage, yet leaving it sealed prevents humanity from fully understanding one of its most ambitious achievements. For now, the prevailing choice is caution, as the consequences of premature excavation could eclipse the potential knowledge gained, preserving the tomb as both a historical enigma and a symbol of control that defies mortality. Speculation about what lies inside fuels intense fascination, giving rise to a shadowy realm of both horror and wonder. If modern archaeologists were to breach the tomb today, they might witness murals painted with colors that could vanish within minutes, pigments fading into nothingness upon contact with oxygen and light. Rivers of mercury, once disturbed, could emit lethal vapors, turning the chamber into a poison-laden trap. Concealed defensive mechanisms could activate unpredictably, destroying artifacts painstakingly preserved for over 2,000 years. At the same time, the tomb may hold treasures that surpass imagination. Bronze chariots, stone armor, and intricate statues designed not merely for ornamentation, but as functional elements of a posthumous empire. The potential rewards of opening the tomb are staggering, but the risks mirror them in intensity. A balance of wonder and terror that has kept the mound sealed and its contents cloaked in mystery. The tomb has captured the human imagination for generations, inspiring myths, novels, films, and theories that blend history with legend. Some envision it housing ancient technologies far advanced for its time, while others warn of curses or catastrophic consequences should the tomb be disturbed. These narratives, whether fanciful or rooted in historical fact, reinforce the aura of danger and secrecy surrounding Qin Shi Huang's final resting place, underscoring that it is far more than a burial site. It is a monument to absolute power, an embodiment of obsession with immortality, and a testament to the human desire to control not only life, but what lies beyond it. Its presence haunts the imagination because it represents an empire suspended in time, perfectly preserved in soil, clay, and toxic metals, defying both mortality and the modern urge to uncover what should perhaps remain hidden. The lessons of Qin Shi Huang's tomb extend beyond archaeology, touching upon the nature of ambition, obsession, and legacy. The emperor sought immortality through alchemical potions, mechanical defenses, and elaborate artistry. Yet in a profound and chilling twist, he achieved it not by escaping death, but by constructing a mystery that refuses to die. The tomb itself, still sealed after more than 2 millennia, has immortalized him far more effectively than any elixir or decree could have. Every unanswered question, every delay in exploration adds to the legend, creating a spectral extension of his reign that continues to command attention, respect, and fear. The tomb operates as a silent, perpetual agent of his will, preserving his name, vision, and obsession in the collective consciousness, ensuring that Qin Shi Huang's ambition transcends the boundary between life and death, leaving a mark that is as psychologically and culturally potent as it is materially elusive. This enduring enigma exemplifies the dangerous allure of absolute power and the extremes of human ingenuity. Mercury-laden waterways, hidden crossbows, celestial ceilings, and terracotta armies all converge into a complex testament to a mind unwilling to accept finality. A ruler who sought to dominate not only the living world, but the metaphysical reality of death itself. The tomb challenges modern observers to reconcile admiration for its engineering with the apprehension of its lethal potential, an interplay that continues to captivate both scientists and storytellers. It presents a cautionary narrative. The pursuit of immortality, when fused with obsession and control, can manifest in forms both wondrous and terrifying, leaving a legacy whose power is measured not only in historical significance, but in the visceral impact it has upon those who dare to imagine stepping across its threshold. Even as research progresses, the tomb retains a sense of foreboding that extends beyond physical danger. It is a reminder that some creations are designed to be eternal, not in their materials alone, but in the aura of secrecy and the dread they inspire. The sealed mound embodies a deliberate suspension of knowledge, a world that has endured untouched and untouchable, where clay figures, toxic rivers, and hidden chambers continue to assert authority over time and space. Every technological advance, every incremental mapping of subterranean passageways only heightens the anticipation and the stakes, making the tomb a living embodiment of Qin Shi Huang's obsession with control and the afterlife. Ultimately, the emperor's legacy is inseparable from the tomb's mystery. The very act of keeping it sealed has transformed the site into an enduring spectacle of human ambition, a nexus where historical fact, legend, and ethical debate intersect. The fascination it commands is inseparable from the dangers it conceals, from mercury that glimmers with lethal beauty to mechanical traps whose full scope may never be known. In a sense, the tomb itself has become a form of immortality, preserving the essence of a ruler who refused to relinquish power even in death. It is a monument to the extremes of ambition, a silent testament to the perilous allure of eternal dominion, and a chilling reminder that some secrets are designed not to be discovered, their power residing as much in their concealment as in their creation. Every soil sample, every historical text, and every technological experiment underscores a singular truth. Qin Shi Huang's tomb is more than a repository of the past. It is a living enigma, a toxic, mechanically intricate, and culturally potent relic that continues to challenge the boundaries of human curiosity. It embodies the paradox of immortality achieved through mystery, securing the emperor's name in history while defying physical exploration. The tomb's continued secrecy preserves both knowledge and danger, leaving the world suspended between the desire to unveil its secrets and the instinct to survive. In this unbroken, mercury-laden, trap-riddled, and meticulously constructed subterranean empire, Qin Shi Huang remains present, commanding attention and respect, ensuring that 2,000 years after his death, he reigns still, through awe, fear, and the irresistible pull of the unknown. The sealed tomb of Qin Shi Huang remains one of history's most tantalizing mysteries, an unopened time capsule that may never be revealed in our lifetimes. Whether it hides rivers of mercury, deadly traps, or wonders beyond imagination, its silence speaks louder than any discovery. What do you think lies beneath? Should archaeologists open the tomb, risking destruction, or should it remain sealed forever? Your thoughts could shape the conversation around one of the greatest mysteries of our time. If you enjoyed diving into this story, don't forget to like this video, share your theories in the comments, and subscribe for more explorations into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious.